So we have so far dealt with certain interim orders which the civil court can pass. We have so far dealt with the order of injunction under Order 39, Rule 1-2 to later 10 CPC, then appointment of a receiver, court receiver, with the court passes, which is harsh order under the provisions of Order 40, Rule 1-2 CPC. These are circumstances. Now today we'll learn the rest of the interim orders and wind up the topic today of interim orders before we proceed to next topic on Monday. Now the you may kindly see the provisions of Order 26 CPC, which can be read along with Section 75. Order to पहले Section 75 खोल दीजिए आप. 75, 70, 75, 70. Yeah. 75, 76, 77, 78. So these are the powers of the court to issue local commission to another court, letter of request, commission issued by foreign courts. This is a general provision. A substantive provision for issuing commission is Order 26. Okay. Now I will just explain to you here. Here number 1, or Section 75 speaks of examination of any person, that is recording evidence, making a local investigation, that is under 26 Rule 1 for visiting the property and giving a report for elucidation, examining a just account in a partition suit or a partnership account as filed for rendition of account. The commissioner will be appointed to give account. Then to make a partition under the partition law, it can be done. Then to hold scientific, technical, expert investigation. This is explained under Order 26, Rule 1010A. Then conducting a sale of the property subject to speedy natural decay. That is when attachment order is passed, attachment before execution, or the court passes an order that certain property which has been seized, the court can say that sale can take place immediately. Then performing a ministerial act. Now kindly open Order 26, one second please. Order 26, Rule 1 देख लीजिए आप. Yeah. Here, court cases in which commission can be issued. Now, 26 Rule 1 is the case. The civil courts have ample power to pass order appointing commissions. Same word is repeated for examination on interrogatories that you learned under Order 11 of the CPC. Even before trial commences, parties have a right to exchange interrogatories with the leave of the court. You may say that here certain question answered in the written statement the defendant has made certain false, or incorrect, or vague, suspicious, or very evasive question, and I would like to ask interrogatories. Namely, for example, he may take up the plea that he had gone abroad and could not file a suit for so and so reason, and time the delay may be condoned, one of the reason, or he was suffering from insanity for a particular period, or he was a minor. So these are the grounds which are available under the Limitation Act, Section 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 of the Limitation Act. The grounds when the suit is already delayed, an averment contained in the plaint, you may call it here, that the plaintiff has taken up the plea that he was suffering from insanity and could not file the suit in time. So you may ask in interrogatories, when was the period that you suffer from insanity? What was the nature of your disease? And who are the doctors did you consult? What is the period of your confinement? What are the medicines you prescribe? Where were you hospitalized? So these are all interrogatories to show before the court the statement of the plaintiff are incorrect. the suit is required to be dismissed on that count. So that is called interrogatories can be issued by the court under the provisions of law. Then you may see that here, order for commission for examination of witnesses, the court can suo motu on his own motion, can be filed it, or the parties may make it here. So normally when persons are elderly persons, sick persons cannot come to the court. So it is not mandatory that you must come to the court and depose before the court. Senior citizens, people who are confined to bed, and certain dignitaries who are exempted from appearance from the court for A reason, B reason, and the parties, plaintiff and defendant may make an application that I would like to examine this person on commission. So the court will appoint a junior advocate or a court officer as the court commissioner. The proceedings which the commissioner records is that of a court office. He is given the status designation of a civil court under the provisions of the CPC. That provision you can see order 26 rule 17, which says that in the last concluding paragraph, yes, 17 May, the commissioner shall be deemed to be a civil court. The last line, the last line of 26 rule 7. So he has got the power of a civil court, mean he can compel the attendance of witnesses, but there is one limitation in that. The court commissioner who record evidence, he cannot exhibit the documents or give a finding, which is subject to the final order of the court. That is the, he can take on record all objection. He can take on record all documents which may be produced, but he cannot give a finding, which finding will be given by the court under the provisions of the Indian Evidence Act, section 136, that you bear in mind. Okay. Now, sometime you will be wanting to examine a doctor, a person may be sick, could not come to the court of law, and the suit came to be dismissed or suit decreed on that account. So the defendant makes an application under order 9 rule 13 for setting aside the decree on the ground he was sick. So he will produce a medical certificate of a doctor that the doctor certificate I am producing to substantiate. So under the provisions of law, the doctor certificate, the court accepts it. See, when you see the explanation, the court may, for the purpose of the rule, accept the certificate of the doctor as evidence without calling the medical practitioner as witness. The court has a discretion, but the other side may insist that I would like to cross-examine the doctor. That application you make under order 19 rule 2. Last time we learned it here. Under order 9 rule 2, you can make an application. I want to cross-examine the doctor. He has filed the affidavit. The affidavit here is not evidence unless you cross-examine. But it is the discretion of the court to grant such permission or not. So commission is issued in such cases. Then rule 3 says witnesses who are residing within the jurisdiction of the court, commissions are issued. Rule 4 के हिसाब से commission may issue outside the jurisdiction of the court. Those powers are given. Then rule 4A, within the local limits of jurisdiction of the court, examination of a person. Then under rule 5, examination of a person by the commissioner or witnesses not within India. 6 speaks of the court to examine witnesses pursuant to commission. Then another important, then see that order 26 rule 8 says deposition made to be read in evidence. So whatever recorded by the commissioner is evidence under the Evidence Act. Now, 26th Rule 9 is very important. Commissioners are appointed for local investigation for elucidating the subject matter of dispute. See, in the plain, when a suit is filed for immovable property, now Order 6 tells you that description of the property must be given. Description means you must give a plan. You must give the cadastral survey number. You must give the identification mark of the property, so the court is in a position to ascertain what exactly the property is. Sometimes in India, the pleadings are very clumsy, parties are not educated, they do not correctly put it. So, when you make a statement before the court, defendant has carried out structural repairs in the property without giving full particulars, or the defendant is encroaching upon my land, which is adjacent to his land, you may just say that. The other side or yourself can say that in order to appreciate the controversy before the matter, and for elucidation, court may kindly appoint a local commissioner who will prepare the report, who will take the help of a photographer to take photographs, and take the help of an architect to prepare the site report. So that commissioner who is delegated, will submit the entire report. The nature of the repairs done, whether they are legal, illegal, commissioner has a power to determine with the help of the structural engineer, what is the age of the building, what is the age of the structures, whether they are permanent, whether they are temporary, whether they are tenantable, non-tenantable. Because you know that under the Municipal Corporation Act, you do not have a right to carry out structural repairs, big repairs, without the permission of the commissioner. But tenantable repairs, you are exempted. Like painting, changing of your flooring wall, and changing of your kitchen platform, they do not require permission. But your landlord may take up the plea that he had damaged the pillar, he has done extensions he has made, and property has been encroached upon. So the court will appoint a commissioner under the provisions of 26 Rule 9 to elucidate the matter. Such powers are also very widely given to inspect not only the suit premises, although subjoining property under Order 39 Rule 7. Kindly open Mansi, Order 39 Rule 7. This we have already gone through while dealing with interim detention, preservation, inspection of the subject matter of the suit. See, clause 1 ke andar make an order of detention, preservation, inspection of any property. Any property यहाँ पे, but whereas under 26 Rule 9 speaks of the property in dispute. यहाँ पे any property, the adjoining property. While determining a mean profit, the court may tell the commissioner, you determine the what rent or a mean profit compensation the other property, adjoining neighbors are getting in the market, to determine the fair rent or the percentage of the profit here. Even for scientific, then Blee speaks of authorizing person to enter any land for the property. C, for the purposes of samples to be taken, any sample. Then this is a very wide powers. Then come back to 26 Rule 10, procedure for the local commissioner. Commissioner will, reducing writing, taking the evidence and record and report, he will submit the report to the court. Then sub-rules say that proposition to be in evidence in the suit, the report of the commissioner becomes an evidence. Kindly note that the other party, if any of the party is not satisfied with the report of the commissioner, they have a right to lodge their objection. objection to the commissioner's report. You may tell the court, I want to cross-examine the commissioner. That is permissible. See, sub-rules say commissioner may be examined in person. Okay? Very wide powers. Then 10A speaks of scientific investigation. Allegations are made in the plane that certain, for example, nefarious drugs are being sold in the market by the defendant party, or in a suit for trademark or infringement of patent rights, anything I say, as a suits are filed, the court may appoint scientific experts to determine what is the nature of the medicine, quality of the medicine. This you and I cannot determine. Only experts are appointed by the court as scientific experts to give their opinion in such matters. Okay. Then 10B speaks of performance of ministerial act here by the court here, whatever the court thinks necessary here. Okay, perform. Then 2610C speaks of commission for sale of immovable property. Now, you have learned that here in the Code of Civil Procedure, in a suit for possession, the court has power to attach your properties even before judgment under Order 38. We will come to that here. Okay, attachment of property. Or in execution under Order 21, the wide power to attach the property is held, movable property, immovable property. So here commissioners are appointed to determine what the price will be fetched here in this matter here. Then 11 speaks of the cases.
Sir, this is only for movable property, no?
Yeah, sorry. 10C speaks of movable property. 13 speaks of immovable property. Order 26, Rule 13 speaks of immovable property in partition cases. We'll come to that. Okay, this is a movable property which is perishable. Suppose there might be a contract between you and a plaintiff and defendant to sell some liquid, certain chemicals which are hazardous, which can be disposed of immediately. You cannot wail. It may be a suit for damages filed by you for breach of contract under Section 73 of the Indian Contract Act. You may say that the goods supplied to you are nefarious, bogus, not correct, appoint a commissioner, and the property be attached and sold for speedy recovery. The decay is likely to be decay. It's kind of some medicine, maybe some oil, the validity does not long last. So movable there, it can be disposed of. Then 11 speaks of cases of adjusting accounts, where in a suit for account suits are filed, recovery of money, recovery from promissory note, from bill of exchange, or the two persons who are partners file a suit for rendition of account. Court appoints a commissioner. Okay, that is 11 and 12 in this matter. Then 2 speaks of court may direct further inquiry. Inquiry further can be directed. 13 speaks of a case, partition suits of immovable property. In a partition suit, you know that here, 2 siblings are fighting over the property of their father, grandfather. So you may take up the plea that he is making huge amount by inducting licensees, creating tenant, landlord. You may make an application for appointment of a court commissioner or receiver. The court can appoint a commissioner to determine the value of the property. What is the extent of the rent, the mean profit, whatever various reason. So the court can pass order here appropriately. Section 54 also speaks of partition. When a partition takes place, you go before a collector for doing the, doing partition by metes and bound. What is the extent proportionately to be given, or what is the share of each sibling to be given? That is, the collector can act as a commissioner. The officer from the department can act as a commissioner, or a court officer can act as a commissioner. So this is a very wide powers under Order 26. Then see, Then expenses, commissioner powers of the commissioner are given 2616. He has got wide powers. Then question objected before the commissioner. The court will decide it here. Okay. The commissioner doesn't have power to give a finding to that effect. He will reserve it for the court to give it here. Under 17, for the purpose, he is a civil court. Then 18 parties to appear before commissioner. Commissioner will direct them to give examination, cross-examination. Now, one fine example of commission under Order 18, Rule 4, you file your examination in chief by affidavit. Normally in the High Court, the courts do not conduct cross-examination because the High Court judges are extremely busy with other matters. So they delegate the matter to young junior lawyers. You conduct the cross-examination as a court commissioner. So that is one example. These are very wide powers. Then 18, 19, High Court powers, application for summons. So till Order 21, 20, 21, 22 are the powers how the exactly take place. This should be read along with the provisions of section 75, 76, 77, 78. Okay? These are all interlocutory orders or interim orders passed during the pendency of a suit. See, against the order appointing a commissioner, no appeal lies. There is no appeal. It's not an appealable order, nor a revision would lie, because it's not a final order. If there is no appeal under the provisions of Order 43, check karo nahi hai iske andar, nor under 104. And revision 115 says, no revision lie unless the order is finally dispose of your suit. It doesn't. So your remedy is what? When you find that the commissioner appointed order is wrong, your remedy is to file a writ petition under Article 227 of the Constitution. Know that as a young lawyer. If the City Civil Court, Bombay, Small Causes Court, or Civil Judge Senior Division, Junior Division, District Court ने order pass किया है, appointing a commissioner, you are dissatisfied, it is not appealable order. Order 43 के अंदर दिया गया Order 43 में what are appealable orders? You will not find this. Nor under the revision section 1, revision powers are 115. Just once you please open 115. Section 115 खोलिए. Yeah, 115 के अंदर when you check here, see, it clearly says that the High Court has power to entertain the revision there is a specific provision which says that only final orders can be revisable. Yeah. So your remedy will be, when I deal with it, I'll teach this section to you very properly. So when you are agreed by this order, it is not that you have no remedy. Your remedy will be Article 227 to move the High Court in the extraordinary jurisdiction. Okay? Anybody has any doubts in this commission, please ask me.
So what can be the grounds for challenging the order of appointment of commissioner?
You may take up the plea that the order appointing commissioner amounts to collection of evidence for the parties. The commissioner cannot be permitted to collect evidence. It is the duty of the parties to give evidence, do evidence under the Evidence Act. Or the commissioner is acting exceeding his powers. He is exhibiting documents when he has no powers. He is recording an order which he is not bound to do so.
Okay, sir.
Commissioner can only take down. These are the powers. Yeah.
Commissioner's power. I mean, the object of having a commissioner is to ascertain more evidence only. So, saying that he is collecting evidence will be a good ground.
Certain judgments are there, but according to me, commissioner has the power to collect evidence because order 39 rule 7 check karo aap. Under that it says that he has power to collect evidence. 37 rule 7 check karo aap.
So 37 rule 7.
37 rule 7 के अंदर check करो. If there is a specific word used, he authorized to collect evidence. Hey, you can find it.
No, sir. 37 is summary procedure. 37(7) says procedure in suit.
Order 39 rules of detention, preservation, inspection. 37 rule 7. There is a word to collect evidence. Can you find it?
Not at the moment, sir.
Wait, I'll check and tell you.
Sir, it is 39 rule 7.
Yeah, 39 rule 7. Order 39
yes, I have
rule
opened
7
39 rule 7 only, sir.
Rule 7 में there is a expression used to collect evidence. Make order for detention, preservation, inspection of any property subject matter of the suit, which may question arise. For all purposes, authorize any person to enter upon into land, building, in possession of any property properly. For all any other purposes aforesaid, authorize any samples to be taken, observation be made, experiment be tried, which may be necessary expedient for the purpose of entering full information or evidence. See? Or evidence.
Yes, sir. Yes,
See,
sir.
may check. Okay? So he has power to collect evidence, according to me. It is in the nature of, but there is a judgment of the Calcutta High Court says that under Order 26, Rule 9, commissioner should not be authorized to collect evidence for the parties. That means probably he should not take to side of one particular party, and he must give only his observation.
Yes, sir.
Suppose a structural repair is carried out by the defendant, the plaintiff has to examine his own architect. He must give report. The plaintiff he is not an expert. Under the Evidence Act, he has to examine the witness under section 47. So his own witness will come. His own witness can act as a commissioner. Or sometimes the court can appoint an independent commissioner from the panel of advocates, panel of architects. So they can accord. According to me, it is an evidence which can be granted. The judgment of the Calcutta High Court in 82 Calcutta, according to me, is not a sound judgment. So 39 Rule 7 also permits the commissioner to collect evidence. Okay? Because a challenge to the order is very rare. The court does not normally entertain unless it feels that the order is totally perverse. How it is perverse, it is for the parties to establish. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So
Okay.
less than a minute is left for the meeting. So
anybody has any question? Then I will now take up Order 38, attachment before judgment, which are also important orders passed by the in the CPC. Order 38, check करें आप.
Good morning, sir. So can I just ask you a quick question?
Order 38. Anybody has any question, please ask.
Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sir,
बोलिए.
I just want to ask you, can interrogatories be issued at any stage during the suit, or